The president of Western University Students' Council is getting a lot of calls these days about new COVID rules, which include mandated booster shots for all students on campus.
Students are finding it difficult to understand why Western would have these policies in place, but not the province or even the country.
Oh, I'm double vaxxed, so if I don't get it by October, then they'll kick me out.
If I get kicked out of the university, then so be it, but I'm standing up for my beliefs and I will not be taking the booster.
I'm double vaxxed, like fully vaccinated, I guess, for everyone else's standards, but for Western, they don't accept that.
We just want our girls to go to school without
not get a third dose.
Not get a third dose. They're both double dosed.
It's too late.
Yeah, it's too late. Where are we going to go now? I'd love to go to Guelph.
Western University better not try this again next year, and if they do, they're going to be in a far worse position than they are now.
Lincoln J for Rebel News here at Western University in London, Ontario. Now we're about to walk onto campus where there's a protest taking place against the school's decision to mandate COVID-19 booster doses. There's going to be students, alumni, their supporters here to simply speak out against this decision. Does this make any sense? Why would they do this to students just weeks before classes begin? They're essentially ambushing the students by telling them that they require a booster dose just weeks before classes begin. We're going to speak with some of the people in attendance here. There's going to be some other people giving some speeches, but before we get into all that, I want you guys to check out our website at noforcedboosters.com. You can go on that website, you can sign the petition to call for Western University to end their unscientific mandate, and at that same website you can also make a tax-deductible donation to the registered charity, the Democracy Fund. Students can also sign up through that same website, and the Democracy Fund will select the strongest cases to set legal precedent. All right guys, let's go check out the protests.
I do not care if you have 3 shots, no shots, or 100 shots. I do not believe that your personal medical decision tells me anything about who you are, what you believe, or what you have to offer to the Western community.
Last year, I was kicked out of Huronat Western. And it was a long process, and it was isolating, and the one thing that has inspired, I think, all of us to come together here today is knowing that we're not the only ones. And now Western wants to put more people in that position, and they haven't given us the reasoning. So today we stand for choice.
I'd love to be able to attend Western, but unfortunately, because of my vaccine status, for something that's no longer even effective back when people were taking it, I can't attend the university, which is really unfortunate.
I just don't agree with the whole mandate of the booster shot. Because I feel like we should have our own choice, because the science doesn't really back it. I feel like it's more dangerous to get the shot for some people.
I don't think it's a fair thing for some administrators to decide on behalf of everybody in the community what they can access as things as education or even employment. Because I work at a college where they had these mandates. And that's why I'm here today, coming from Toronto, because anywhere that is happening, even if it's my college or another university, everyone who's against it has to show their support and show that there's a lot of people against this, right?
I'm here to support the students that want choice. None of this should be coerced or forced or bribed or any negative impact on these kids whatsoever. If they want it, if you want a shot, if you want a mask, go for it. Nobody's standing in your way.
I just don't believe that anyone should be forced to take something that's experimental, number one. Number two, it's my body, my choice. And we now know, based on actual science, there's no benefit to taking it for healthy individuals.
I believe in freedom of choice, and I believe that we're the youngest, healthiest, most intelligent people in the province, and I believe that us intelligent, healthy people should be presented with a choice, and I believe we should be trusted to make an educated choice, and I think that goes for everybody regarding any sort of topic.
What does a pastor and a trucker that was in Ottawa and a student that is at Western, what do we have in common? A very, very important thing, and that is our choice. That is our God-given freedom. And I couldn't stay home thinking that these students are going through exactly what we as a church went through, what the truckers went through in Ottawa, is that little by little, and sometimes not so little, our freedoms are taken away from us.
I'm second year here at King's, and we saw how Brescia, they actually took back their mandate, because some people are actually starting to question, because last year we didn't have that much support. There was like 90% of us were vaccinated, but now they keep changing the requirements. At this point, I think only a third of us have the boosters, so people are finally starting to question it, and that's good. And we just want to spread that message. Even if you weren't here last year, we need to draw our line eventually, right? That's the whole point.
My daughter goes to King's, and I'm here to support her position, and she's not able to be here today, but I'm here to be here for her. So we're deadly opposed to all these mandates.
As it goes on and on and on, and people take more and more shots and continue to get COVID, where is the logic? Right? There is zero logic coming from any of these people. You've got Fanshawe's dropped all their mandates. So was the science different in Fanshawe than it is Western?
So our girls are starting first year university, and we're at a crossroads. We don't know what to do because we're a hard no for getting a booster. It's not fair. We've been asked enough of us. They've all been vaccinated against our will, and we did it for the better of mankind, and now they want us to do more, and it's never going to be enough. So we're taking a stand, trying to teach our girls to come and take a stance for what's right. This is bullshit. They pretend that they're concerned about the safety of the kids, but in reality it's all greed and selfishness. It's all about Pfizer and pharmacy and their grants, and they made a deal. They basically sold their soul to the devil, and now we have to go down with them. So now we don't even want to. This place is tainted for me. They have no integrity here.
Western is enforcing mandates that nowhere else is enforcing. And I don't agree with that. I think everyone should have a choice of what they put in their body and if they want to wear a mask. And I respect anyone's choice, no matter what they choose. But yeah, ultimately just choice. That's why.
25 years ago, when I was a student excited to come to Western, I was so excited to learn from the best. And I had the best. I had professors who didn't dare teach me what to think. They taught me how to think. They taught me how to be curious, how to question authority, how to demand evidence, how to trust myself, think for myself, and never be coerced. We keep hearing over and over again that this is about the science. Follow the science. Well, the science isn't on their side anymore.
I'm just here to support the students. They're finally standing up for themselves and realizing that they should not be ambushed and coerced and bullied by the institution that's supposed to teach them to do exactly the opposite from that.
Why are they doing this to students just weeks before classes start?
If I had the answer to that, I don't know why. I really wish I knew why. But it's overhanded and just not called for.
I think that's really scumbag thing to do. Especially, I think they did it right after tuition was due, and a down payments for residents too. So they obviously did this as a money grab. So people don't protest against this because they can't really do anything because they paid for it already.
I heard that they took the first payment in tuition and then afterwards released this information, which is quite ridiculous.
If they were following the direction that they said they were following originally, that would be looking at what the government is telling them to do. But clearly they've diverged from that because the government doesn't have any mandates no more. So it seems to be in this case, it's a faculty decision, right, on behalf of the union. Those people, they have a certain ideology, and that's what they're trying to impose on the entire community, right? So it's a certain few people that are imposing their will on everyone else.
I think it's just to force people into getting the shot early. Like if they did it earlier, I feel like more people would pull out. Not that many, because they're doing it 2 weeks before, more people are more forced, they have to get the shot to stay.
I don't understand. Whenever you look at something where there doesn't make sense, it's not science-based, it's usually something evil and money talks.
The only thing I can think of is, I guess Big Pharma is their boss, and they must be telling them what to do. And I read that the government has given them over $1 million here. So I guess they're listening to their superiors.
I think, it's the same tactic as last year. They had all summer to make their decision. They said they were reviewing their policy, and they released the decision right after tuition is due, even though they said it would be August 8th, the week of August 8th. So same tactic as last year, right after tuition is due, sort of not really giving a choice to the students. And I think that's the end goal.
I think it's just cruel. I think it's
really
it
good
put them
timing.
into a hard spot,
Very, very good timing.
Yeah, the timing is horrible.
A rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I think it's money. I mean, it's the only thing that really ties all of this together at every level. There's funds, there's grants.
They knew exactly what they were doing. But what we don't realize is we have power because we're the ones that are paying and we can easily leave. But it's going to be not easy to leave because there's not really a lot of options right now, but I don't know.
I don't have the answer to that, and I think a lot of people are asking the same question. It definitely seems a little fishy considering they already got all their money and collected it, and now they're basically forcing you to get another shot or something.
I think a lot of people who complied with the mandates up to this point are saying, I did it because I trusted my institution, I trusted my professors, I trusted the people who said they were keeping me safe, and this doesn't make sense anymore. They never provided evidence to show that that the masking, that the shots were necessary, effective, or safe, and they're not doing it now, and enough is enough.
The reason why we're here today, why we've arranged this rally, why we've arranged this protest, is to get Western to respect us as students for a change. We want them to listen to us. We pay their salaries. They work for us. We're not children. They have treated us like children for the last 2 years. The student union has not asked students what they wanted. Western has not asked us what we wanted. They keep telling us, this is what we're doing. Deal with it, okay?
What do you think the chances are they're going to reverse this decision?
I mean, I'm not too sure, but with the backlash they're getting like this, I feel like they have to at least consider it.
Honestly, I think that if people come out and make their presence, it's the best we can do right now, but does it make a difference? That's a good question.
Well, the university will have to address the pressure. So as far as people here today, as far as people withdrawing their commitment and their tuition, that's pressure. That's financial pressure. That's public relations pressure. So anything that we can do to put pressure on these people, that's our responsibility to do so.
I mean, listen, we can only be hopeful. If we sit here and do nothing, nothing is going to change, right? So if we keep pushing, maybe they will change it. But I think either way, I mean, I do believe that there should be some sort of intervention from our government regarding these unjust, discriminatory mandates.
I think they will reverse it, and I think they'll claim, well, we were going to do it anyway, but I think they have no choice because other universities are not doing what they're doing, and I think that they will have no choice but to back down, being that they're the only one left standing.
None. No. I think, I think maybe people should pull their money out and go to another college, university. Yeah, I say heck with them.
I think that is really going to depend on how many people want to refund and how many people are going to just not come, right? I mean, because money's the bottom line. As long as they're still getting their money, I don't think they're going to change it. I don't think that they care about the truth. They don't care about the science. They just care about their dollars. Science is now spelled with a dollar sign.
No chance in hell. I don't think so. I wish they would, but I'm not very optimistic. So we don't know what to do.
Time will tell. It depends how many people are here today. But you know what? Even if students lose this battle, they will win the war. I have no doubt about it. Western University better not try this again next year. And if they do, they're going to be in a far worse position than they are now.
They are being coerced, so I think there's definitely going to be a lot of people just like last year that got it just to get their education, especially if they've already been 3 years here in university and they want to finish their degree, right? But I think more than last year, there's also going to be a lot of people that withdraw.
Oh, I'm double bats, so if I don't get it by October, then they'll kick me out.
What are you going to do?
I don't know, we'll see. I'll try to fight it, but I don't know, I'm not sure yet.
Well, I'm just not going to get the booster. If this protest doesn't work, I'm just not going to get it, and I'm going to try and face repercussions. I'm going to be faced with repercussions about it, but I'll just live through it and see what I can do. If I get kicked out of the university, then so be it, but I'm standing up for my beliefs, and I will not be taking the booster.
I'm in third year uni, haven't been in a lecture hall yet. I've taken no shots, but I mean, listen, at the end of the day, whether you've taken 0, 1, 2, or 3, I feel that this affects you it affects you as well, because this is your school. Your school is telling people what to do and what to believe, and I think that's problematic for people across the board.
I mean, I'm a fourth year at King's, so yeah, I'm double vaccinated, like fully vaccinated, I guess, for everywhere else's standards. But for Western, they don't accept that. And personally, like for a medical health decision, I don't agree with getting the third one. I don't think it's worth the risk when looking at the science. I'm a pretty scientific guy, and that's what I look at. So I got a decision to make, and unfortunately, if they don't change it, it looks like I might be taking a year off or something. So
people have agreements with their landlords, as you said, and they're also paying for tuition. They've paid their tuition at this point, and they've been waiting until now to make a decision about whether they want to leave or stay in their apartments.
Right, we just want our girls to go to school without
not get a third dose.
Not get a third dose. They're both double dosed.
It's too late.
Yeah, it's too late. Where are we going to go now? I'd love to go to Guelph.
These past 2 weeks are supposed to be like the most, exciting, fun time. We're going to university. We should be looking forward to it. And it's like I've had almost like a pit in my stomach every day because all I'm thinking about is this third dose, right?
Yeah, we've had all our stuff packed, and we're so excited that we're actually coming together with all our friends and stuff. And now, I wasn't even going to come to the school. I was so excited that I actually chose this school with my friends coming and stuff, and now we don't even know what to do. We don't even know if we're going to have to get to come here.
I think there's a lot of people that are on our side, but they're a little bit scared to speak up because they're worried of the consequences of what people will think. But to anyone watching, there's a lot of people that are like us. Like, there's a lot of students. So stand up, and if enough people stand up, they will take it down.
Faculty members have been pretty silent so far, but actually I've been here for about half an hour, and a number have come up to me and said, I'm a professor here, I still work here, but I oppose this. I defend the students' right to choose. I was one of the lucky ones who got an exemption, so I was able to keep my job. It's a mixed bag, and I'm also hearing that professors have said horrible things to students in class. Like, I know that someone just told me, they said to her daughter, I know that there are some dirty, unvaxxed people in here. Even if your belief is that vaccination is the right course of action, you should never be saying that to students who trust you with their education.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you're like the people here and you feel like these mandates are just unjust and there's no reason for them, you can go to our website at noforcedboosters.com, sign the petition, and consider making a donation to the Democracy Fund to help fight back against these mandates in court.